On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. This episode is brought to you by Nordstrom. Summer's almost out and fall's calling. Luckily, Nordstrom has everything you need for the season ahead, all under $100. Discover new arrivals from your favorite brands like Mango, Princess Polly, Wave, Free People, BDG, and more. Whether you're planning a last-minute getaway, heading back to class, or refreshing your office looks, you'll find the latest trends and beauty must-haves without breaking your budget. It's easy, too, with free shipping, free returns, and in-store order pickup. Shop today, in stores, and at Nordstrom.com.
When she calls the cops, does she accuse you?
I call the cops.
You called the cops?
Yes.
Because you didn't want to get accused of anything.
Exactly.
This is the plaintiff, Mary Mazer. She says she hired the defendant to put a new roof on her garage after Hurricane Sandy destroyed it. The thief stole $2,000 cash from an envelope of money she had in her car, started her roof job, and then took off a half an hour later. She's sick and tired of being treated like an old dumb lady when she is still alive, still kicking, and still fighting for what's right. She's suing for $2,550, the amount stolen and the cost of a polygraph test. This is the defendant, Michael Signa. He says the plaintiff handed him an envelope with what she said was $3,000 in cash for the roofing job. He counted it out in front of her, and there was only $1,000 in it. He politely suggested she may have made a counting error, and that's when she flipped out and accused him of stealing from her. The cops were called. He agreed to being searched and also agreed to a polygraph test, and they found nothing. Bottom line, he didn't steal this crazy lady's money, and he thinks the judge is going to agree. He is accused of being sticky-fingered. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $850. For all, he's out.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Mary Mazer?
Yes.
You are suing Michael Signa and his company. You've asked us not to mention the company name. For $2,550. $2,000 of it money you say he stole from you, and $550 the amount to pay for a polygraph test that you want him to take and pay for. You have a counterclaim against her for $850, $680 loss of work, $120 for a tarp, and $50 for wooden supplies. Tell me what happened.
Okay. Because of Hurricane Sandy, I had the neighbor's tree fall on the roof. And the roof, the fence, and the doors were damaged. We made the arrangements for him to come start work. I had the money from more than enough money from the insurance company to cover everything. I told Michael I would be there prior to him arriving. In the meantime, the night before, I counted $3,000 in my house cash. Because I know he wanted half the money to buy supplies and pay for labor.
And you had the $3,000 in cash in your house?
Yes, because I have tenants. Tenants pay me in cash. And also, I had more than enough money from the insurance.
So you counted $3,000.
And at night, and then again in the morning after I had coffee, because I wanted to be there by 8:30.
So you counted it at night and you counted it again in the morning?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and who do you live with?
My son and I have a two-family house, so I have tenants.
Okay, so go on.
Okay. So I arrived early. Michael came later, and his crew started to break down the rest of the roof and started to do their work. It was a day where it was off.
Before you got a penny from her? That was stupid.
Well, she signed the contract.
Yeah, I know, but still, don't you demand a deposit before you start working for people?
Yes and no. The way she worked, she called us months before.
No, I was just curious why you started work.
Well, I show up that day, I get money when I get there.
Well, apparently you hadn't yet, and your guys were already working.
Well, they were working.
And then we had a problem, and now look at us. Go ahead.
I have the contract.
Yeah, all right, and then?
All right. So the men were working, and Michael came shortly later and said he was going to go order the supplies and would like to have the money. I said, come to my car so he can get the...
Where was it in your car?
In the trunk of my car.
How long had it been in the trunk?
From 8:30 to maybe about 9:30.
Was anyone else in the car with you?
No, absolutely
So
not.
you get there, and then he gets there, then he comes to the car.
Yes, and it started to rain hard. So I said, Michael, sit in the back seat of the car. I did not go in the back for safety reasons. And I wanted to go in the front seat
And did
so
you?
I could read the contract. Yes,
Okay.
because I did not have his contract
Okay,
yet.
so you hand them the envelope.
Yes, and I have the contract, and I'm sitting.
Okay, but I don't understand. You're handing him an envelope full of money, and you're not watching him count it?
Well, because he's in the back, and I have to read the contract.
Not that second. You might want to watch him take the
Well,
money out of the envelope.
this
So
is
what happens? You get the envelope.
She gives me the envelope. She's looking at me. She's sitting in the driver's seat facing me. She says this. She says, you know, I don't have the 33 that you asked for because it was 6,200. So I said 3,000 is fine. She says, oh, I have that. I got it from my tenant last night. We counted it. I start counting it. It's all 20s and 2 10s. I lay down on the seat. I say, Mary, we're having a problem. I said, there's 2,000 missing. She turns around. Because she's looking down at the paper. She turns around. She says, where's the 50s and the 100s? I don't know. So at first I really thought maybe she dropped it somewhere. So I stay right next to her the whole time. I don't go anywhere. I don't go to my truck. I don't go to my guys. I got one guy that was next to the car the whole time. I'm like, all right, Mary, where'd you get it? She goes in a trunk. We go in the trunk. We look for it. We look underneath the seats. We look in. I said, Mary, where'd you get it? She said, in my house. So she goes home. I said, well, maybe it's on the table, you know. She goes home. She comes back.
At this point, when she calls the cops, does she accuse you?
I called the cops.
You called the cops?
Yes.
Because you didn't want to get accused of anything.
Exactly. I got a business to run.
Okay.
I got 10 guys, 12 guys any given day. I got trucks. I got material. I don't
So
need
you
house
call
rent.
the cops, and what happens?
I had them come up. They came to the job, and now I had 4 or 5 cop cars around my truck. Cop asks me, do you have a wallet? And I said, yeah, it's in the van. He says, how much you think you got in? I said, about 20,000. He's like, 20,000? That's a lot of money. I said, I work. I said, I pay my guys. I pay for material. I get jobs. I said, I was going to make 4,000 off her job. This job was 6,200. Why would I steal 2,000 and have to come here? So either way, she goes home. She can't find it. She comes back. She's bugging out.
Wait, when the police are there at the scene, is she saying she thinks you took it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, she is. Well, backtrack then and tell me about that. When did she first start to accuse you of taking it? What did she say to you?
She says, where's the rest of the 100s and the 50s? I said, I don't have any. There's only 20s and 2 10s. I said, it's an even 1,000. I said, there's $2,000 missing. She's like, I don't know. They're in your shoes. She's having the cop go through my shoes.
Did the cop search you?
Oh, I told him he can. He could do everything he wants.
And did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the police report?
I don't have the police report.
Do you have the police report?
Yes.
May I see it?
Yes.
Then the officer also told me that he knows her. She has problems with her tenants a lot, and, he's been there before.
All right, that doesn't mean anything. Who's the fellow with you?
He's just a friend.
Was he there?
No.
Okay. You told the police officer you were willing to go take a polygraph?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Right.
he said is not...
Can I ask you a question? Because only one of 2 things could possibly have happened. You're mistaken, and there was only 1,000 in there.
No, impossible.
Either because you counted it wrong or somebody else in your house took it.
Impossible.
Or he stole the 2,000.
No.
Okay, so how are you going to prove that it's one versus the other when you're not looking?
All right. What he said is not exactly correct. In the beginning, I left the money for him to count in the back, and I went to read his contract.
You're sitting in the front seat.
Stop.
When I turned around, he was bending over. There was no $100 bills piled on the seat, but he was bending down like this. For the split second, I couldn't say anything. I just said, correct the contract. He rewrote it and gave it back to me, and I looked.
When he told you that there was only $1,000 in the envelope, he says you told him take off your shoes. You were bent over. I understand. And so when he told you there's only $1,000 in here, Mary, he says you told him you put it in your shoe. Did he take off his shoes and show you?
No.
And according to you, you took off your shoes and showed him.
Yes, I did.
Before the police. No, ma'am, take a step back. Take a step back.
In her back seat, her car is a small little car. I barely can even get in there. All right, so when she said you put the money in your shoes, I jumped right out of my shoes. And not only did I jump out of my shoes, I stood right by her side because the way she was going. I really honestly thought she was, lost it. Now I know she was robbing me.
I don't think she was robbing. I think
she wanted me to do the job for
very much believes there was $3,000 in there.
I would love it to be $3,000. I would have loved to get $4,000.
I'm pretty confident about what I'm saying. I really think that she really thinks there was $3,000. Now, but in order to win a lawsuit, you would have to prove that there were. What happened with the $1,000 that was there? You just walked off after that?
No, I gave it back to her. I called the
You
cops.
gave her the $1,000 and then you walked off the job?
I gave her. Oh yes.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't walk off the job.
No, I understand. I mean, based on the circumstances, you thought it best to perhaps not continue. I understand. So because she's accusing you of theft. Now, let me ask you a question, Ms. Mazur. Why would a fellow who's in business, who stands to make a profit off of doing your roof, he's in the business of making a profit, who has, by the way, did the officer count the money in your wallet?
He's seen the wallet. That was it. He looked at it.
He looked at the outside of the wallet and saw it was brown leather?
He unzipped it. I unzipped the wallet. He looked in. That's it.
Was it really $20,000 in your wallet?
Yeah.
He had.
And what kind of bills?
Hundreds. Oh, he looked in. She said there was 50. It says not 150 in my wallet.
Why did the police officer write any of this stuff down? All the police officer says, they're disputing over a roof. I mean, is it so hard?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Can people beat a polygraph test? Can they actually, say something and it's not true, but it comes off as true?
They probably can, yes. If they believe it's the truth, then yeah, if it's their version.
Can a psychopath create the truth in his head and then beat the lie detector?
I think so. It depends how intelligent they are and how much they believe in their own fake story.
Do you think it's intelligent or do you think it's deceit? Intelligence or deceit? What do you think?
I think it's deceit.
So somebody who's really good at deceit can beat the lie detector?
Yeah, I think they can.
I think they can too. Going inside the courtroom.
Was the envelope she gave you open or closed?
Open.
It wasn't licked?
No, not at all. It looked like there was 3,000 in there because it was all 20s. It was this fat.
Right.
I said, okay. I'm counting the money in the back seat. I was like, Mary,
I don't understand what the point of counting cash is if both people aren't paying attention. I just don't understand. We wouldn't be here if instead of reading, why don't you wait to read and just sit there and watch him count the money? That is how it's done. When cash is going from one end to the other, you go.
Yep.
You count it. You count it. And then you lick your finger again after you've touched the filthy money, and then you keep counting it. That's how it's done. First of all, I need you to stand at the podium, like everybody else has to stand. I just don't understand why it is you weren't looking. If you had been looking, you could see the things you're claiming happened, or that they didn't happen.
But I expected
What would be the man's motive to cheat you?
Ask him.
How much is? Oh, he says you're wrong. That you're just wrong about it.
No,
How much money you got in your wallet right now?
Couple of thousand.
How much?
Couple thousand.
Hand me your wallet.
No, you're good. I'll take it for you. I won't open it.
Watch me. This is how it's done. I don't go like this. I don't do anything else. I go like this. That is a lot of cash. Wait. Yes, he does. Make sure security walks him out. This is a lot more than 2,000, like 3,000 or 4,000. He is a businessman. He walks around with this kind of cash. Why does he need to steal money from a nice lady like you? Maybe you're mistaken.
Never.
Okay, good. You're never mistaken. I'm mistaken. How are you never mistaken? Sell them right, never in doubt. I hate that idea.
Not
okay?
on this.
Look, let me tell you something. Only one of two things. Dude, you want to come here and look? I'm not taking my shoes off, but if you want to look. Were you watching me? Because I saw you hanging your head down. I want to make sure. You come over here and you tell him there's nothing here.
He's good. He's good.
Listen, what would be his motive? I find that there's you know, I mean, I guess you could be a thief, and even though you have all that cash on you, but it's unlikely because now he lost the profit that he would have made on your business. So it's kind of weird. But more importantly, you have no evidence, and you're the one with the burden of proof. You have to be able to prove he stole it, and all you have is a hunch he stole it because you're by golly confident that that envelope had it when you counted it the day before and when you counted it again that morning, and then you put it in a trunk. Okay. I don't think you've proven your case. Now you have a counterclaim against her for what?
Labor, material, whatever material I had to, even though she accused me of robbing, I'm not a thief. I'm not that kind of guy to leave somebody's roof open. So when it was ever open, I put plywood over the holes and topped off her roof.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Show me proof you paid $680.
I don't have any of that.
Because you deal in cash, right? There's a good part. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at me. You're still not looking at me.
Yeah.
There's good parts about paying cash and bad parts about
Yes,
paying
ma'am.
cash, and this is one of the bad parts. I am going to order you to pay, since I find that you're unable to prove that he stole your money, the $170 reimbursement for him being nice enough to cover your roof after you've accused him of being a thief, which you have no proof of, and cover up your roof so that you wouldn't have. You don't understand the kind of thing that could have happened if he had just told his men to walk off and left your roof untarped and without plywood. I'm really glad that you showed some humanity and did that. As far as your claim against him, $0. As far as his counterclaim against you, $170. That's my verdict.
Great day, Your Honor. Thank you.
And so with that, the plaintiff exits the courtroom right over here, ma'am. Unable to prove. You may think you know what happened, but it's another thing to prove it.
I know what happened.
What happened?
He stole $2,000.
Why would he do that? Is there any possibility that you may have made a mistake?
Absolutely
How do you know?
not.
How do you know?
I know how to count $3,000.
What do you think could have
And
happened?
put it in an envelope. He stole it.
Have you looked in the car?
He stole it when I turned around to sign his contract right there. He wrote
Why
those
didn't you
words.
watch while he was counting the money?
Because
You're supposed to
he's
watch.
in the back and I'm sitting in
So,
the front
look.
reading this.
So, like-
I expected an honest man, not someone who's going to steal from me.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about what happened. And head right down this way with Officer McIntosh, please. All right. So come on in here. What do you think happened?
The right thing. You know, she may be a sweet little old lady, but it doesn't mean she's not a thief.
You think
know?
she's a thief?
Yes, I do.
You really think so?
She was trying to get me to do a job for 42 for the balance.
Look me right in the eye.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I ain't doing it for 42.
All right. Harvey?
Real simple point here. You can't win a case off of a theory that something happened. You got to have some proof. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
New Vitamin Water Zero Sugar Pineapple Passion Fruit is packed with vitamins, just like the amount of peas we packed in that sentence. It's packed like your tote bag, the one you stole from your ex, or your overpriced half a studio apartment, or extra rushed rush hour traffic. Packed like your calendar, triple booked at 5, of course. Grab a Vitamin Water. Did we mention it's packed with vitamins?
A massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, especially these days. 8 different settings, adjustable intensity, plus it's heated, and it just feels so good. Yes, a massage chair might seem a bit extravagant, but when it can come with a car, suddenly it seems quite practical. The all-new 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan, packed with premium features like available massaging front seats, it only feels extravagant.
This is the plaintiff, Linda. She says the defendant, her neighbor, fell asleep on her couch and ended up busting the arm on it. The defendant refuses to pay to repair it, denies even breaking it. So here they are, some neighbor. She's suing for $175, the cost to fix her broken couch. This is the defendant, Nadine Lazama. She says the plaintiff claims she broke the springs to her couch while she was sleeping on it. How's that even possible? Meanwhile, the plaintiff weighs about 450 pounds, and her husband tips the scales at 700 pounds. She's only 152 pounds, so she's not paying a darn thing, because if anyone broke the couch, it's the plaintiff or her husband. She's accused of being one heavy sleeper.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says her neighbor fell asleep on the couch and broke the arm. But the defendant says it's impossible, and the plaintiff weighs 450 and her husband weighs 700 pounds. It's the case of biggest couch loser.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Linda, you've asked to be referred to only by your first name. You're suing your friend and neighbor, or former friend and neighbor, Nadine Lazama.
Yeah.
For $175, the amount to repair the recliner couch that you say she damaged. Tell me what happened.
Well, the incident, she had an altercation with her son the day before, and after that Friday she came in, the neighbors, we all was there, we was, comfort her through her issue. Then her husband left her, and that put the thing on the rock, so she had the grandkids, a couple neighbors, we was all sitting there, comforting her, through her mishap and whatnot. So I was waking her up because her daughter-in-law brought the grandkids to my house and dropped it off and went to Brooklyn where the son was at. So I woke her up and I was like, go to your yard, go to your house and take your grandkids. But she was knocked out.
How old were the grandkids?
They 5. I'm getting the age wrong. I think 5, 4, 2.
Who took care of the kids between the time they got there and
me and the neighbors?
Okay. Go ahead.
That was in my house.
It takes a village. All right.
And I went out and bought the kids food.
Okay.
So
what happened?
So what happened? She was sleeping, like my pictures that I took.
Let me see the picture. This is a picture of her sleeping. Why did you take a picture of her sleeping?
Because I had to prove it to her when I seen her when she broke the couch, because she wouldn't have believed me. And I called her.
Wait. How do you know that the couch is broken when she's still on it?
Because the arm, she didn't break actually the whole couch. She broke the arm of the couch.
So in the picture, I can tell the arm that she is breaking the arm?
No, in the picture, you can tell how she's laying in the picture when she got up.
Right, but I don't understand why you're taking the picture. Are you taking the picture to tease her later because she's sleeping?
So I can show her how she's on.
So then if you can see it, I can see it. So if I look at this, I should be able to see her breaking an arm?
No, you can't see her breaking. You can see how she was sleeping on it. I took a picture of her to show her how she was sleeping on the couch.
But all she's doing is she just has her arm on the arm.
You gotta look at the
Wait. Slow your roll. What is she doing wrong? She is sleeping in the sofa and she's leaning on the arm.
But her legs is on the other side. My phone couldn't take the picture. I took it on my phone. Her legs is on the arm. With not that part of the couch is questioning.
Oh, you took a picture of the wrong part.
Right, that's what I'm talking. You didn't let me finish, Anna.
Wait, I don't understand. You took a picture as proof of a different thing than what you're trying to prove.
I was trying, because my phone, what you expect on the cell phone? Let me see, I took a picture. I took a couple of pictures.
I don't understand. Is the arm where her elbow is?
No, that's not broken. That's the other part to the reclining chair. She broke the other part where this part is at, where the picture is cut off at.
What's going on?
Yeah, and I have no idea. And
what's she mad at you for that you would take you to court like
no
this?
idea.
There has to be something else going on.
There's nothing going on, Your Honor.
Yeah, in the first place, what she's saying, nothing there is true.
Okay.
The day all of us, we were lying and hanging out, we all were drinking.
Okay.
That when my grandkids came over, it was like 5:30.
In the afternoon?
In the afternoon. So we stood in her house because we normally do that. From house to house, you understand? We have the little lime in everybody's house in the complex, right? So we were liming at her house that day.
You were what?
We were hanging out at her house that day.
Okay, well, what was the word you used?
Liming.
Liming? I want to know. Educate me. Where's that word come from? I've never heard of. You heard that?
That's a Caribbean thing.
I know, that's why I want to learn it.
Okay.
Liming?
We was liming at her house that day.
And liming, where does
meaning
that term?
hanging out.
But why? Why is it called liming?
Oh, well, that is what we use back home.
Okay, all right.
Right?
Where's back home?
Trinidad.
Okay, so go on.
Right, so I fell asleep. You understand? I don't drink liquor, as she was saying. I don't get that twisted. I drink beers. They drink liquor.
I don't get what?
That
twisted? That I know. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right? And
you could get twisted on beer.
Because we was going like all day.
Okay.
So I got tired.
How about all the stuff that she says she was nursing you because you'd had some problems?
She was nursing me. She was knocked out in her bed.
Okay, who was the lady next to you who's laughing?
This is my neighbor. She was there too.
You were one of the neighbors?
Yes.
She was there too.
You're friends with both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
She was.
Was everyone liming?
Yes.
Okay. Was she drinking too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So why do you think she took a picture of her? Just to tease her later that she was sleeping? What do you think she took a picture of?
We normally take pictures like that to tease, like to make a joke on people. We normally do that.
Yeah, because this is not a flattering picture.
Exactly.
Okay. So did she ever send this one to you?
Never.
Okay. So did you send it to somebody else?
I have
Did she
no
post
idea.
it?
I have no idea.
All right, so did you ever hear her say anything to her, like she claims she did, about how, don't lean just so, because you're going to break my couch?
No,
okay.
not at all.
Were you drinking too?
Yes, I have my beers.
All right, so
Yes.
go on.
Yeah, so...
So you wake up in the middle of the night.
I wake up and went home.
Okay.
And I
left the grandkids there.
No, they were with me. They went home with me.
At 3 a.m? You woke them up?
No. We slept through the night.
Oh, through the night.
We left in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we left in the morning, and I went and gave them the bath, cook up and whatever for them. So 3 days after, we at her house again. Hanging out. I ain't saying liming. We hanging out.
Okay.
When I say hanging out, we wasn't drinking or nothing. We sit down there and we talking about taxes, filing taxes.
Right.
I said, well, I did mine. We said, well, we did ours already. She said, oh, Nadine, you know your hand fell in my chair and broke up all my springs?
Your hand?
My hands fell in her chair and broke up all her springs.
Were you there for that one? Is that what she said, your hand? Tell me what she said.
Yes, just a hand.
She said my hand fell in her chair and broke up all her springs.
Okay.
That is what I was told. I said, what? I said, I know I watch Bionic Woman, but I didn't think, the strength will come on me.
You know that you're a what?
I watch Bionic Woman, but I don't know by watching it I will get the strength like her.
Oh, so you're not bionic. Okay, so go on.
And I wasn't bruised or nothing, so I want to know, well, I said, Linda, come on. I'm not paying for something I did not do. And that was the end of the story, so she took me to court.
Who do you think broke it?
There. She can't sit. She cannot bend her knees. They drop there on the chairs. Her whole family is big.
Her whole family is big.
Her whole family is big. When she had the chairs, her husband is 750. She now gets smaller. She was 550. Her daughter is 350. Her son is 350. Why me?
I got home my proposal court, sorry.
And all the kids in the yard, they show you how she sits. They said they wanted to come with me to show you how she sits.
Okay. I'm sorry, honey, but you tell me what proof you had that her putting her arm on an armrest breaks a couch.
I didn't say, that's what she said.
Okay, well, you have no proof of anything other than that.
I do have proof, but see,
actually, your good friend over there who's friends with both of you.
That's all right, because they're the drinking crew. That's all right.
What are you going to do now? You have this nice little group that gets together from house to house. Are you going to keep getting together, or now you're going to be mad at each other?
Because they come to my house, they get butter, water, milk, sugar.
Your Honor, I'm going to tell you, she is the only one eliminated from the line right now. Everybody else goes to everybody else's house.
I don't need you.
It's only she, everybody, I'm talking about the whole complex, have a problem with one person.
Good, because you get off.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That is enough. That's enough. That's enough.
You can keep it because you get up.
No.
You get up. I'm going to fight you for
Hello?
You get up.
Okay.
Go and get your kids from North Carolina.
Take her out.
You ready? Are you going to be quiet? Or
I'm going to be quiet because she ghetto.
Okay, no, you're not being
Now
quiet,
listen.
so step outside.
Okay.
That's it.
She's
Go
gonna-
ahead.
all right, come on.
See you later,
Adios,
ghetto.
nice knowing you.
As soon as you walk
You
out,
got to get a life.
So, do you think that the person weighing 150 broke the sofa, or could it be the 700-pound person who broke the sofa? What's more likely here?
700 pounds.
You think a person with 150 pounds on him could break a sofa?
Probably, but it was the wrong place, wrong time.
Wait a minute. You think if a 150-pound person leans on an arm that's okay, you could break it?
If the arm's okay, probably not. But if he's been used by a 700-pound man,
well, then is it the fault of the person who weighs 150 if that's the straw that broke the camel's back?
Unfortunately, I'd say so.
Really? Interesting. Going inside the courtroom.
It's funny till it's not funny, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
All right. I find in your favor because there's absolutely no proof that you broke that couch.
Thank you.
And she's obviously very upset and she thinks you did. And she's wrong, but I think she really does think you did, for what that's worth. So, good luck, folks. Verdict for the defendant.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Okay.
You didn't make it all the way through the case, but you had more to say. What's that?
My neighbor, Nadine Lazama, she need to go and take care of her kids, stop drinking, stop worrying about everybody else, and stop knocking on people's door. And her and Angela Johnson, do not knock on my door. I don't care if nobody in there talk to me, because guess what? Y'all are ghetto. Stop taking the government money and get a job. Okay. Work like I do.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you. All right, so come on in here. All right, she had her say.
Yeah, she sure did.
All right, so what's your feeling on this now? You get the last word on this whole thing.
Yeah, because I just came here to prove a point. I know I didn't do that.
Well, how did this whole friendship thing fall apart to this degree? How did it get to this point?
Because that is how she is. She loves people money.
I'm on TV and do what she does.
Yeah, she said she got accustomed doing this. This is my first time she accustomed suing people. This is her thing, but it's the first time she lost.
All right.
Thank you.
Over to Harvey then.
Okay, well, the plaintiff called the People's Court afterwards to apologize for losing her temper, and the judge said, look, you know, it happens. People lose their temper from time to time, and certainly they do in court. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by the world's first reposado from Tequila Herradura. Made with slow-cooked, hand-harvested agave sealed into oak barrels and aged 11 months. Before being enjoyed in your glass. Experience the world's first reposado. Tequila Herradura. Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Tequila Herradura. 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Brown-Forman, Louisville, Kentucky. Herradura is a registered trademark. Copyright 2025 Brown-Forman Corporation.
This is the plaintiff, Raymond Thompson. He says he moved out of the defendant's apartment, did a walkthrough with him, and was told there were no issues with the condition of the apartment. A few days later, he got a letter stating he would not be getting his security back due to all the damages to the place. He couldn't believe his eyes. The guy actually accused him of leaving chicken bones in the rooms, and this is nothing more than an attempted landlord scam. He's taking legal action here and now and is suing for the return of his hard-earned $1,000. This is the defendant, William Frierson Jr. He says the plaintiff must be blind or something because the apartment was left in deplorable condition. That's right, half-eaten chicken bones strewn about, broken window, damaged sink, and even unidentifiable debris in the toilet. Oh, him security? Hardy har har. He's accused of lackadaisical landlording.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the landlord walked through the apartment with him when he moved out, and now he's withholding the guy's security, saying that there were chicken bones all around the place. But the defendant says, yeah, there were chicken bones. It's the case of, you clucked me.
Okay, Raymond Thompson, you are suing William Frierson?
Yes.
Your landlord, former landlord, for a $1,000 security deposit that you say he wrongfully refuses to return to you. Tell me what's going on.
Your Honor, I was referred to Mr. Frierson by a friend of mine who worked for me doing asbestos. I got his number.
Worked for you doing what?
Asbestos. I'm an asbestos supervisor licensed by the state of Pennsylvania to deal with environmental
And the
affairs.
person was an employee of yours?
Yes, he worked with me.
Okay, and so he told you that the defendant had an available apartment. You rented it. You were there how long?
1 year.
1 year. And so your lease ended when?
March the 30th of 20.
That was the end of the lease?
Yes.
Can I see your lease?
No, I didn't get a copy of it back.
Okay, do you have a copy of the lease agreement?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Nobody has a copy of the lease agreement?
Unbelievable.
Wow, okay. So when it's time for you to leave, is there a walkthrough?
Yes.
And did he say anything at the walkthrough of what was wrong with the apartment?
He said it was fair. Those were his words.
You said, how's it look to you? And he said, fair.
Fair, yeah. Now, mind you, while he's doing the walkthrough, because he has to rush to get back to work, I'm writing on a piece of paper the forwarding address for him to send the check to. Because he said, give me an address to send the money to.
Okay.
So I got the letter, and I tell him that I'm reading this letter, and you're saying all these damages that...
So he claims in the letter that he sends to you that your deposit's all eaten up.
Yeah, and one other thing, Your Honor.
You can send him $40.
Right.
What's going on? Why are you keeping the guy's deposit besides that you want to?
Oh, one other thing, Your Honor.
No, wait. Go ahead.
I legitimately kept his deposit. There were damages to the apartment. I'm not making them up. He left it.
Did you mention them during the walkthrough?
That's one of the things I need to mention. There was never a walkthrough with myself and Raymond. That's number one.
Wait, what does that mean?
There was...
you never looked at the apartment while he's handing you his forwarding address, or you're just not calling that a walkthrough?
No. I had to write him to give me the forwarding address.
Okay, let's talk about the damage. It's really what this is about. So what I want to understand is how is it you get to $1,000? I see receipts for some things, but not receipts for others. So tell me what was wrong. How did he leave the place? Do you have pictures?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have all of them, but that just gives you a little flavor of how things work.
Well, you got to have all the ones that account for you trying to keep $1,000.
Sure, absolutely.
What is this here?
That's where he drug furniture across the floor and left a deep scratches in one of the bedrooms, in the rearmost bedroom. That's a picture of the greasy...
dirty oven,
yeah,
for sure.
And the top.
Yeah, that's filthy. It is dirty. Not $1,000 dirty, but it is kind of gross.
Yeah, I don't even cook, Your Honor. I don't even know how to cook.
Well, honey,
so I hardly ever use my grill.
Sweetheart, somebody has been cooking, and they're showing those two pictures. Don't be silly. That's full of grease.
That's a receipt right there from the movers right there in the company.
Wait. First, I want to know what my lion eyes are showing me in the incredibly dirty cooktop that you don't cook on.
This is not how that...
And you didn't clean the fridge either. I mean, these are not, we're talking about small potatoes, but I'm just kind of gives me a chuckle. What is this a picture of?
That is a chicken bone.
That's a chicken bone?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a chicken bone.
You say full of chicken bones. I thought it was Santeria voodoo. Okay. I thought it was some island voodoo going on. As a Cuban, that's what. It is one chicken bone that was discarded there. That's what you're referring to?
That isn't...
Full of chicken bones?
Your Honor, how many chicken bones are there supposed to be on the floor?
I don't know. I just don't know that one chicken bone is one chicken bone too many on the floor, but one chicken bone is not full of chicken bones.
Well, I don't remember saying full of... Okay. I'll make that concession. I just don't... It's not custom.
The chicken bone?
Yeah.
Do you think it's his chicken bone? He brought it in?
It's your chicken bone.
Do you eat chicken on the bone? What is this a picture of?
That sash, that top sash, would not stay in place. It was damaged, and that window had to be replaced.
Okay, but how is that his fault?
The window was in new condition when he occupied the unit. And if it hadn't been, there was a place in our contract that he accepted the apartment as is, except for any damages that he noted, and there was nothing noted.
Well, then let me see that lease that says that.
In addition, yeah.
What do you bother getting it in writing for, if not for me? How does this happen?
Okay, so you live in an apartment and you're moving out, and you know your security's on the line. How do you protect yourself from the landlord saying, I'm going to withhold half your security or all your security? What do you do?
I guess you just have to take pictures, of like all of your belongings and what the apartment looks like before you leave, so then that way you have something.
Fair point. You take pictures, but the problem is that the landlord could say, well, those pictures were taken before you did the damage. You don't know when it was taken. What do you do to prove that?
You really need to make sure that you have a relative that owns the place, someone that you can trust, to make sure that your security deposit is going to be safe.
Fair enough. If you don't have a relative who owns an apartment building, what do you do to prove that you took those pictures on the day you moved out of the place?
I'm very good at persuasion, and I would persuade my landlord that if he were to take my security deposit, bad things would happen.
Okay. Going inside the courtroom.
Did you sign a lease that said that everything was in tip-top shape when you accepted it?
No, I did not.
Oh, watch that.
No, I did not. In addition to that, I have a text here that I sent to him, and he responded. On the 9th, when I got the letter, I read it. I called him. He never answered. I texted him, "Good afternoon, William. I need to see these damages if they are as you say. I will do all repairs within 24 hours if they exist. Thank you in advance, Raymond Thompson." He never responded to me. Never. He wouldn't even let me see what he said was there.
But now, you hired his handyman to do some repairs, correct?
Yes. Well, when I first moved in, he referred the handyman who mounted the televisions on the wall in all 3 rooms, and the shelves that holds the DVD players and stuff.
Okay.
And I lost his number, so I called him and got his number back from him.
And you
again.
called him in order to do what? Patch up those holes?
Did
you
take
pay
it all
him?
down? Yes, I did. I have receipts here.
May I see the receipt?
Mm-hmm. He took everything down, and he patched all the holes and everything. And he also fixed the bracket.
What did he charge you for that?
$150.
Is Pablo the guy who you paid the $150 to?
Yes.
Where's Pablo? Why can't Pablo be here? Pablo's your handyman. Why didn't you bring Pablo so I could hear about how horrible the place looked and that it didn't look like that before he moved in, and that there wasn't this damage on the floor before he moved in?
Unfortunately, he speaks little English.
What's Pablo speak? ¿Español?
Español.
Porque yo hablo perfectamente bien el español y yo no hubiese tenido ningún problema comunicándome con Pablo.
Yeah, Pablo Paquito hablemos inglés.
Oh, Mr. Frierson, here's the problem that we have, okay? When you're a landlord and you want to pin on a tenant damages that you claim they did, you have to be able to prove it. You've got, according to you, you've got the excellent proof. Just trust me, Judge. I've got a lease that says that the place was in tip-top shape and there was nothing wrong with it. Do you know how many cases, you think you're my first rodeo? Do you know how many cases I've had where a landlord just shows me that and it's over? Goodbye, sir. That's it. You can't claim this stuff was there beforehand because you signed a lease that said it was perfect. All you had to do was show me that lease and you don't have it. It's wild. And then all you have to do is bring me Pablo so I can talk to Pablo, and Pablo can establish me, because Pablo's like the one constant who could call one of you a liar, you know, who could say, I mean, because I see he paid Pablo to close up holes, and that yet you've got a receipt for Pablo, supposedly, for $300 for closing up holes that he already paid him $100 for closing up holes. I got a bad feeling. You know the only thing that I buy the cleaning fee. I'm going to deduct $150 from the $1,000 and order you to pay that man back $850. That is my judgment.
All right, both sides, hold on, please.
Well, it was the old clean and milk. The judge says you cleaned for $150, which she credits you for, and then you tried to milk it.
The judge also said if I had showed her the contract, which stated he accepted the apartment as is, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
And so you showed it to her. No, you don't have it. Why did you bring Pablo? You don't know that Judge Emilian habla español? You didn't know that?
Me know now.
Yeah,
I
you
know now. Yeah.
Okay. Head right down this way, okay. Okay. All right, so step in here. You were able to prove what you needed to prove, which was that you paid the security deposit.
Yes, I definitely
All right.
did.
You satisfied how this comes out?
Very much so.
What do you think? Do you agree that he tried to milk this for more than it's worth?
Oh, for sure.
But there was some damage left behind. Or some cleaning?
Very minimum. And $150, I want to say $50 worth of damages and a $100 tip. So actually, he still got a tip in the end.
Harvey?
Okay, you take pictures when you move in, you take pictures when you move out, and you show some kind of a date stamp, maybe a newspaper with a date showing exactly when those photos were snapped.